White shirts on the pitch, running fast through the night. Every heart beating loud under floodlit sky bright. So to London stand strong, in the stands they belong. Voices echo like thunder, to the club they sing along. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. King's fire in his eyes, glory's what he seeks. With every goal he flies, rising to new peaks. From the lake to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. From lane to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. With all our might. With all our might.
How are we doing, guys? And this is Dermot, aka Dermotron, with my post-match thoughts after a 6-3 defeat at home to Liverpool. And it's footballing suicide we committed today, which is usually comes with high treason of the football variety. And look, I've always said Ange shouldn't change his philosophy and shouldn't change how he manages and should stick to his football principles are not to be changed. But today we saw a team that were ripped apart time after time. Liverpool could have had 8 or 9 if they took all their chances. And we can blame Ange, we can blame the players all we want. But I think the blame should go to the recruitment office, should go to the scouts, should go to the sporting director, and maybe should go to Levy himself for not backing Ange properly in the summer. And yes, if you are going to take a majority of the team out with injured, yes, it's going to affect you. I agree what he said in the press conference. Liverpool, Man United, any team in the Premier League, they are going to suffer. And we did. Look, after the game, I was very dejected, very, very very low in my thoughts of the game. And a lot of people saying today was a free hit. It's a free hit for Ange. It's a free hit for the team. Liverpool, the most consistent team in the league. And yes, they are the most consistent team in the league. But today was not good enough. Not good enough from the players. Not good enough from the in-game management from Ange. Not good enough from my own fans who apparently I was getting comments in when we were doing the watch along that the atmosphere was as flat as a pancake. And we could get the team behind the team on Thursday against Manchester United. But why can we not get behind the team today? I think everyone has to take responsibilities for today's performance. Now, let's sort of look at the football suicide that was committed by Ange Postecoglou today, playing the high line against a team that it would tear you apart at any given moment because of the quality of players. They have Salah, they have players like Jota and players like that will punish you. Diaz, that will punish you. And we saw it with the first goal when Robbins from the cross from Arnold, when he put that cross in for Diaz, absolutely peach of a cross, and that he was there. We were woeful, and I don't know how much of this will affect on our squad going into the Forest game. I don't know how much of a confidence zap this will be, but we can blame players, we can blame managers all we want. As I said before, and I say it again, the recruitment team, Daniel Levy, need to take responsibility for this, but not giving Ange a squad big enough to cope with injuries, not giving him the players that he wanted. And at the end of the day, Levy won't be going. The players won't go. At the end of the day, it'd be the manager, Ange Postecoglou, that would lose his job. And then some other manager will come in and the process starts all over again. Starts again. It's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I want Daniel Levy to stand by Ange and properly back him in the January window and then properly back him in the summer. Too many players out that pitch today did not give their all. I'm not going to sit here and slag off Archie Gray. I thought he was outstanding. I thought Jed Spence was absolutely brilliant. Apart from the one goal Salah scored with the tap in, he wasn't in the game at all, and that was down to Jed Spence marking him out the game, doing his job. And maybe we should have been a bit more tactical savvy today, a little bit more cautious in our approach to the game. And where I normally would say, well, look, that's Ange, that's who we are. He still tries to play the same way. And sometimes you got to change systems up. You got to change tactics. You can't keep having the same tactics all the time. And today we got found out. Today was a humbling, embarrassing realization of how far we are still behind to challenging anything in top four or league. Yes, we've got a cup semi-final against Liverpool in the League Cup. Now, if we play like we did today against Liverpool, they're going to batter us again. Or we could have to rob of the green and the cup could be, then our name could be on the trophy and we can win the thing. But Nottingham Forest and Wolves, the next two games are vital. We need 2 wins to take us into the new year, to finish 2024 with a bit of confidence. And you have to say, Liverpool are the best team in the league right now. They're the best team in Europe, in my opinion. And Arne Slot is a lucky manager to come into a squad that was being already built for him. And he's getting the best out. And you got to give him credit for that. They out-tacted us. He out-tacted Ange today. They outplayed us. They were more clinical. And yes, we got a 5-3. I was there. Yeah, the comeback song. We're going to come back. But there was always a chance that Liverpool were going to nick another few goals, and they did. And as I said, if they took their chances, you're looking at eight or nine. At least 8, I think, if they took the chances. I thought the refereeing performance today from the referee was bad. I think some of the decisions were a bit bizarre, but look, you can't blame the officials for woeful defending. You can't blame the referee for bad goalkeeping. And again, you can't blame the referee for not having the manager back with a quality squad to cope with these injuries. You look at Liverpool, you look at Manchester, you look at the great sides that have won stuff. They've always had big squads, big enough if there was a bit of an injury crisis that they could cope with it. And I just feel that where I think a lot of fans are going to be wanting Ange out. I think a lot of fans are going to be calling for his head. I think a lot of fans are going to be shouting Levy out. And that's usually when that happens, then the manager does go. But if you sack Ange Postecoglou, who do you get in? And at the end of the watch along, I was at a loss to where I draw the line. And maybe today is a line in the sand for me with Ange Postecoglou. Maybe today is the day that I start to slightly doubt him. will he bring success at Tottenham? And I don't want to feel like that way. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel that Ange Postecoglou will go because I don't. I want him to succeed. I want him to win trophies. I want him to be a successful Tottenham manager. But we can't keep going on the way we're going. There has to be some tactical change in his football thoughts and how he sees the game. I'm not asking him to change it completely, but I'm asking him not to be so naive. That formation, that high line works in the Scottish League. Somebody said. I said it earlier. Said it in one chat today in a in a show, and he was right. It does work in the SPL, but it doesn't work in the Premier League. The Premier League will punish you for it, and we got punished today. But look, we move on. We've got Nottingham Forest on St. Stephen's Day. We've got then away to Forest, then we're home to Wolves on the 29th. We must move on for this. Hopefully, we get a few players back from injury. I know Bentancur's now back for the St. Stephen's Day game, which is a boost for us. But we need the January window. We need to back Ange. It's as simple as that. We have to go into that window and back Ange and get him to players who wants. There has to be a new goalkeeper bought. We have to get an extra centre back in. We have to get some cover for Porro and Destiny today. I think we have that in Jed Spence, by the way. I think Jed Spence has actually played his way into that starting 11. I thought he was exceptional today. I really did. I thought Kulu was good again. He wasn't, he tried, he bust the gut. And that's what you want to see from players. You want to see players trying. But James Maddison, again, was poor. James Maddison, if he wants to get back into an England team for the World Cup qualifiers or get into the England squad if to qualify for the World Cup, he ain't going to get into that squad because he ain't playing good enough. You look at Archie Gray, an 18-year-old CDM playing at centre-back. You couldn't ask any more from the kid. You really couldn't. He's given it his all. Fraser Foster, as much as we praised him for how well he's done, has been absolutely woeful the last two games. And when I do my player ratings, which we're going out tomorrow, I'm going to do them, pre-record them later on and go out tomorrow on them. I will give him not very high mark because I think we shouldn't be dependent on the likes of Fraser Foster. We should have a decent backup goalkeeper. Every team has a decent backup goalkeeper. We don't because we don't like spending money. We don't like buying players. We don't like backing managers. And this has to stop. The cycle has to stop. The cycle has to be broken. And if we don't break that cycle, it's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And we can't keep going on rinsing and repeating because it's no good for you, me, or anybody else because we're in that vicious circle where we just can't break out. It's the manager doesn't do well. I will sack the manager. We bring another project in and we have to start all over again because the players that are at the club that the previous manager bought, he doesn't want them because he doesn't fit their system. Again, we start with another project. So Levy has to back Ange. He has to stand by him through this tough time and give him the players he wants in January and give him the players he wants at the end of the season in the summer and let him build something. But will he get that chance? I don't think he will because I think Levy will see top four. Levy wouldn't care about the cups or doing well in Europe. He sees top four as the holy grail. And if he sees top four slipping away, he will make that adjustment. He will chop that head off that block. And Ange will be gone. And then we're stuck with Ryan Mason. And then we're stuck with searching for another manager. Now, if Ange does go, there's a couple of managers I wouldn't mind seeing that Tottenham go for. Thomas Frank at Brentford is one. I think Xavi is another one who's a free agent at the moment as well, but I don't think he will come. But Xavi's another one. And there's a lot of talk that people want Poch back. Will Poch want to come back to Tottenham? Will he want to come back and leave the USA job? No, he won't because he knows the same thing is there. So I think there has to be an awful lot of soul searching done over the next few days before the St. Stephen's Day game. A lot of players have to look at themselves in the mirror. Ange has to think about his tactics. Does he will he change? Will he be not so stubborn that he sticks the same way? And as I said before at the start of the stream, today was football suicide. And that's what you get with football suicide. You get punished, and you get punished well. But listen, guys, that's all I got to say in the game. I'm very lost. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for where we are at the club at the moment. Today's defeat is really embarrassing. Not what I want to see. But listen, guys, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. This is a new thing I'm going to do after every game. So I'm coming out with my post-match thoughts straight after the game. And then tomorrow we will be doing the post-match show, go through the stats, go through a little bit of the game in depth. My player ratings will be coming out tomorrow at some point as well, probably 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So please look out for that. There will be some streams done on Christmas Day. There will be pre-records, my pre-match thoughts, and my predicted lineup as well for the Forest game on Thursday. And then we're back with Tottenham team talks, and then the watch along, and then a post-match show after the watch along as well. So listen, guys, enjoy your evening, enjoy your Sunday evening. Come on, you Spurs, in Big Andrew trust for now. And let's see where we go. Merry Christmas.